Boy, oh boy, did I have an awesome time in Atlanta, Georgia. So I just came back. I was there from Monday to Friday of last week. And the goal for this trip was to meet as many people as I could. I met company drivers, I met owner operators, I met lease operators, and boy, is there a common denominator between all of them. Yes, the US is struggling, and these drivers and lease operators, and especially the owner operators and lease operators, are really having a hard time. When I saw people's paychecks, boy, I just wanted to cry for them. As you guys already know, that this is a part 3 of a 7-part series. Today we're going to be talking or diving into a lot of stuff, but the majority of it is about the insurance and the insurance broker that we have used. We have still yet binded on insurance. We are going to be starting operation as of June 1st, and our pay rates are posted on our website for the Atlanta terminal. So company drivers approximately is about 65 cents per mile. Lease operators, owner operators, they're going to be on a 25-75 split. And the insurance is going to be included in that pay package. So about the insurance brokers, just want you all to know that, my God, the rates have come in all over the place. So my rule of thumb is I always use 3 quotes, 3 people. Now, number 1 broker, number 2 broker, I mean, they all said the same. Listen, you can't use multiple brokers. We all dive into the same insurance companies. We get the rates from the same places, but you know what? I really don't care. The reason I use 3 is because if one person has a great connection with an underwriter at one company, the other person might have another connection at a second place. Now, I want you to know that the insurance for one truck came in, my original quote came in at about $28,000 or $29,000 from broker number 1, and then broker number 2 and broker number 3. I've gone around probably 3 rounds with them and with different insurance companies, and we're probably at around the $16,000, $17,000 mark. I am hopeful that I will get that even lower before I bind in. If you guys know anything about me, I am very for getting multiple quotes and getting people to compete, because at the end of the day, they're insuring the exact same driver, they're insuring the exact same truck. So I had a few interviews also for a terminal manager, and like I said, it was owner operators, lease operators, and people are having a hard time in the US, and the companies and multiple companies that people are working for in the US, they just turn out to be scum. That's a way for me to set it up. I'm not gonna release companies' names. I've seen multiple paychecks, and my God, an owner operator or lease operator making literally $400 or $500 a week. I saw one guy that was in a lease operator that was making $250 a week, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe that people are making such little money and they're not doing anything about it. I mean, how much longer can you take making $300, $400 a week or $500 a week? People that are struggling, I mean, owner operators, obviously with a, I've heard of 60-40 split, I've heard of 70-30 split, I've heard of 75-25 split, but very common is 60-40 or 70-30, and it all depends, what's included in their pay packages. Somebody who's doing a 70-30 split and has all these expenses and insurance and is only getting $1.80 per mile, well, you better believe it, that guy is not gonna last very long. Another thing that I hate seeing in the US is these lease programs that are just a rental. The whole system is designed for the driver to eventually at some point or another fail, and the rental rates honestly are through the roof. It's not like they're brand new trucks. They're actually older trucks. They're actually 2017s, 2018s, 2019s. I mean, I don't know how in the world you can get a driver to agree to pay $1,100 a week on a 2017 Cascadia or a 2018 Cascadia, but that's why it's leaving them with only $300, $400, $500 per week. Huge difference between Canada and the US is in Canada, I think that, drivers are more accustomed to be home, on the weekends. In the US, I'm honestly, from the 15, 20 interviews that I had myself, I would say probably 14 or even 15 out of the 20, they either live in their truck or they spend months at a time inside their truck. So that I thought was a huge difference between Canada and the US. So as I bind the insurance company, I will be putting the contact information of the broker that I used. I will also be putting the people who didn't get the business, number 2 and number 3, who I used. I used multiple brokers. One of them was from New York, one of them was from Georgia, and another one was from Wisconsin. I will put their contact information. So if you are looking for an insurance quote, you can go ahead and use the 3 people that I have here below. Again, I will only link up their contact info after I have binded the insurance. So some more stuff that I did on the trip. I probably had about 7 or 8 round 2 interviews with our terminal managers, and we are in the last round right now with the final two. So we will have that probably by the end of this week. We would have chosen our terminal manager that's going to work there, to work the dock, to work the office, to do the road test, to do the interviews of all these drivers from Atlanta region. I had a small fleet owner from California that has 10 power units, flew out to see me in Atlanta, spent 3 evenings with me. I also had another small fleet owner with 3 trucks that came out to see me. He was actually there for 4 days, literally every single evening we went out. I had another small fleet owner from Virginia that came out to see me. We spent a couple of evenings also together. As I was doing my interviews and the whole day, I was pretty much busy. In the evenings we went out and they got to pick my brain. It was a lot of fun, and we really had a good time over there. Also, I had an account rep from the Volvo dealership come out and see me. I had the account rep from the Freightliner dealership come and see me. I went to see Nikola, and yes, I test drove the Nikola, and I honestly had a really good time. I love the electric truck. I think it's going to go a long way. It needs a little bit more time, but I actually think they have an unbelievable product, and I'm so excited about their hydrogen trucks. A lot of ground I covered. I saw the warehouse, I saw the office. I've always wanted one of those desks that rise up and down, and I actually got one for over there. So whoever the terminal manager is going to be, he is going to be extremely happy with that desk, because I've always wanted a desk that goes up and down and that I can pretty much stand and work. So as you guys probably know, that this is a 7-part series on opening up a trucking company in the US. So I wanted to document my entire journey. I wanted to give you guys contact information of every single person that I've used. I want to also give you contact information of the people that I didn't use, because there's some people out there that we just didn't connect on a personal level. You might connect with them better than I can. So I'll give you a couple of options with every one of these videos, whether it's the insurance guys, whether it's the tax accountants, whether it's the transportation consultants. There are lots of people that you need to be in touch with in order to open up a trucking company in the US. It's not that easy. We are still on track with our timeline. So May 24th, our terminal manager will be starting there, and then operation will start with 5 power units on June 1st. I have selected the 5 units that we're going to be starting with. I did do a combination of owner operators, lease operators, and company driver. This is the part 3 of a 7-part series. Number 1 was the intro to the opening of the Atlanta, Georgia terminal. Number 2 was scouting the location and the realtor selection, that I've already done that video. This here was a video more on the insurance broker. My next video, most likely I'll be doing the transportation consultants that I'm gonna be using. So for example, to open up the MC, the authorities. The following episode after that, it's going to be more of the law firm, the tax firm, and the factoring company. And then we're going to be very close to our June 1st, which is plating our first truck. And again, that's where the transportation consultants come in and is a key player in the entire process of opening up a trucking company in the US. So make sure you're following me on this journey. Who knows, maybe one day you will be opening up your trucking company in the US. Therefore, follow my channel. I'm Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and I'll catch you in my next video.